A man is buttering up a Japanese officer, but the next second, people on the 9th floor scatter at the sound of an explosion, while Old Lai just stands there taking notes. Time Searle. He loads pistol, fires at Japanese soldiers downstairs, then gunfire comes from upstairs. Acting on instinct, he hides and shoots the enemy. Old Lai knows more reinforcements will come, but must kill the officer upstairs. This is his mission as a Korean agent. After going upstairs and spotting the blown-up Japanese soldiers, Old Lai doesn't give them a chance to argue, but the obstacles keep delaying. He chases but is surprised by more Japanese soldiers upstairs. Old Lai is shot as the enemy checks if he's alive. Old Lai struggles up, the bullet missed vital areas, but he can't chase further. Meanwhile, Old Lai has carried the Japanese officer out. Despite being injured, Old Lai returns home but doesn't rest. He kneels to ask about the officer and learns he's alive. Old Lai is thrilled. It's just year 2 of Japanese rule, and befriending Japanese elites means success, especially after saving a top official. Then, another Japanese asks if he's told anyone about today's meeting. Old Lai denies it but knows inside. He only told his wife. So, late at night, Old Lai confronts her, only to find out she has no problem admitting she spilled the beans. Old Lai is at a loss for words. Even worse, his wife has brought the would-be assassin back home for a little R&R. They bet Old Lai won't speak out, or he'll be suspected to. But staying here will expose them, so his wife tells Old Lai to pose as a chauffeur. Then they take their twin kids and dash off to Manchuria. Old Lai is stuck watching his kids go, but there's one option left for him. It's a one-way ticket, and not long after his wife leaves, she hears faint footsteps behind her. She quickly instructs the chauffeur to take separate paths. This way, they can split pursuers, but the car's slower than walking. Old Lai tells the babysitter to flee with the kids while he holds off the pursuers. His aim is still sharp as attack, but when the enemy throws a torch bottle at the cart, things go from bright to dark real fast, and Old Lai gets hit. The bullet hits his shooting hand, and Old Lai hastily grabs his drop pistol with his left hand. The reinforcements have completely surrounded him, while his wife's car gets stopped too. The butler orders someone to take the kids away. Sorry, Old Lai, please close your eyes. I'll walk the path in front of you, she says dramatically. Little did we know trapped Old Lai would lead Korea's assassins a decade later. Rumor has it he escaped prison years ago, and now Old Lai serves the Korean independence group in Hangzhou. One day, the squad leader assigns him to recruit 3 Koreans for an assassination, including a bomb expert. Old Zhao excels with submachine guns, and Little Zion is a superb sniper. Old Lai needn't join the assassination, he just arranges the meeting in Shanghai. Old Lai first takes Little Zion to Shanghai, unaware that he's the very child the babysitter took away, who grew up tough after the babysitter was killed by the Jap. He grew up in the independence camp in the mountains. Today is Zion's first day in the big city, and he stumbles into a hotel called Marapa. This is where they are supposed. Did we set a date? This is Wang Hui, he says. Hey, this is Marapa, French concession. And Japanese thugs come in. I want coffee too. Little Zion has only seen coffee in books, and when the waiter brings, he curiously raises the cup for a sip, but the taste is not as great as expected. It's a bit bitter. Maybe some sugar will fix, but he has no clue how to add sugar. He watches a guy at the bar and imitates him, biting sugar into the cup and stirring with a spoon. After the man stirs and puts the spoon in his mouth, Zion mimics, thinking it's for sugar. He sees this cute moment. Looking for a cute GF. Try this app. The ladies are gorgeous with fair skin and take initiative. It's all real profiles and photos, no fakeries. Test it out for yourself and come back to thank me later. By the way, those Japanese guys were just causing trouble, but hey, this is the French concession. What are you doing here? Chen Fangjang, dear Chen Fangjang is inside the room. So you both are married? This catches Little Zion off guard, but he responds quickly, yes, he's my husband. Can Japanese thugs just roam around the French concession? Of course not. He cleverly changes the subject. This keeps their identity safe, but once the cops leave, Zion feels super awkward. He asks for his name. He hesitates to share, and seeing his overly cautious demeanor, he doesn't push him further. He stops questioning, removes his yellow scarf, wraps it around Zion's neck, who doesn't refuse this time. Breathing in the lingering scent, Little Zion feels a strange sensation he's never had before, but what he doesn't know is that the person who just dropped him off immediately reported the meeting info to the Japanese. Turns out, 10 years back after getting caught, he agreed to be a Japanese spy. For the last decade, he's hidden it well, but they didn't expect that the independent squad leader wasn't playing dirty this time. He just had a plan the night before. He met up separately with Zhao and the demolition expert, bringing them to Zion's place to ensure a safe meeting and to test the waters in jail. The squad leader sits down and reveals the target for this assassination, the officer who survived the attack 10 years. He's the mastermind behind the massacre of local civilians, and the other target is the traitor Old Bai, both staying in the capital. The Guardians of Korea post-Japanese colonized. Upon hearing the assassination targets, the last tinges of fear fade into rage, and they each press the fingerprints on the document. Then they pose for a group photo, unsure of survival, but willing to risk lives to protect others. The next day, the Japanese arrive at the inn based on intel. But it fails. Old Bai senses trouble. The organization clearly suspects him, so he must plan an escape. So he sneaks into the leader's room at midnight, searching drawers for assassination details. Just then, voices came outside. Old Bai hid behind the door with a knife, unaware the overheard talk would save him. Watching the leader leave, Old Bai races from the rooftop to the first floor, pretending nothing happened. The leader informs him the intel has been leaked.